A fiery crash on I-10 in Acadia Parish. 2 people are dead. The eastbound side shut down. A live report right now on TV3.
Live from the KATC TV3 studios, this is Acadiana's News Channel at 10.
Good evening, everyone. State police remain on the scene of an 18-wheeler accident near Egan that's left 2 people dead.
The eastbound side of the interstate remains closed at this hour. Now, this all happened shortly after 6 o'clock tonight on I-10 eastbound at mile marker 76. That's in the Egan area. Our Allison Bourne-Vanek is live near the scene tonight. And Allison, any idea when the roadway will reopen?
Jim and Marcel, it has been almost 4 hours and there's still no word as to when the I-10 eastbound lane at mile marker 77 will reopen. Right now there are almost a dozen emergency crews, law enforcement and agencies. They're all out here, and as you can see behind me, this is still very much an active scene, especially when it comes to the cleanup. That's because one of the 18-wheelers was carrying a truckload of tires, and after the accident, those tires went up in flames. The other 18-wheeler was carrying materials that are unknown, but I could see that it was a fluid-like substance, and earlier I could also see that suds were surrounding one of the 18-wheelers. State police does say, though, that those materials are not hazardous.
I mean, how bad is this?
Anytime you see a loss of life, it's bad. But when you see destruction like this, it's really bad. We just hate to see anybody lose a life.
Now, what's unknown at this time is what caused the 18-wheeler that was heading westbound veer off into the eastbound lane. Right now, state police are investigating that, and for now, emergency crews are continuing cleanup efforts. We're live in Acadia Parish. I'm Allison Bourne-Vanek for KATC TV3.
Allison, thanks. All new tonight at 10 o'clock, the Lafayette Metro Narcotics Task Force is investigating a possible meth lab in Carencro. Deputies say it was discovered on Lavoto Road at around 7 o'clock tonight, and those authorities tell us more information on the investigation will be released tomorrow. Well, one person was hospitalized after a train accident today in Evangeline Parish. It happened at around 4:30 on Magnolia Street in Basile. The condition of the victim is still unknown, and no word on any other injuries or what caused that accident.
Crime Stoppers of Acadia Parish is looking for someone who broke into a Chevy Z71, stealing cash from the center console. Deputies say it happened last Thursday afternoon at the boat landing under the Mermentau Bridge. Call Crime Stoppers at 789-TIPS if you have any information. Another armed robbery and another suspect wanted by Lafayette police. This one happened overnight at the Circle K convenience store on Eras Landry Road. Police say the suspect entered the store with a gun and demanded cash. The suspect was seen getting away in what's believed to be a newer model silver Chevrolet Impala. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 232-TIPS. Meanwhile, Lafayette police are also investigating 8 vehicle burglaries on John Wayne Drive off of Kali Saloom. Police say the suspected burglars pulled on door handles to find unlocked vehicles, taking items including a stereo, a GPS, and change. If you know anything, call police.
Scanning more news parish by parish now. The driver in yesterday's crash that left 2 Iberia Parish employees dead is now behind bars. Alicia Meir was booked on multiple charges, including 2 counts of negligent homicide. No bond has been set. Troopers say Meir's vehicle drifted onto the shoulder, hitting the back of a parked Iberia Parish government truck. That truck then hit and killed Ross Miguez and Jody Anthony. Funeral arrangements are now set for Ross Miguez. Visitation will begin Friday at 3 o'clock over at Pellerin Funeral Home in New Iberia. It will continue on Saturday at 8 o'clock until funeral services at 10.
A memorial bike ride is scheduled for Sunday for Lon Lomas. The man killed in a hit and run while riding his bike on Monday. The ride will start from Corner Bar in Youngsville at 5 o'clock and will end with a moment of silence at the site of the crash. The ride is free and open to the public, but donations will be accepted. A benefit fund is also set up for Lomas. To donate, visit any Mid-South bank and make a donation to Lon Lomas account. You should see the number there on your screen. A Jennings police officer shot in the neck while responding to a domestic dispute last month continues to recover at a rehab center in New Orleans. The Jennings Police Department says Sergeant Ricky Benoit is now sitting up on his own. The department is still accepting donations for Benoit at St. Martin Bank in Jennings to help in what is expected to be a long recovery.
After more than 30 years of service, a statewide agency is still helping people overcome drug and alcohol addiction. The Louisiana Teen Challenge program provides children, adults, and families Christian, faith-based solutions to drug and alcohol problems. With an 88% success rate and 8 homes across the state, the group has helped thousands over the years.
I believe it. I can believe it's true because other rehabs, they just try to get you clean. Here, they're teaching you steps to change your life, to be obedient, and really walk down a good path.
Turns out no charges will be filed against longtime Lafayette Regional Airport Director Greg Roberts, who resigned in June after allegedly pointing a fake gun at an engineer during a meeting. According to the Acadiana Advocate, District Attorney Mike Harson said the victim in the case did not wish to pursue charges against Roberts.
The state has rested in the trial for the Palmetto man accused in a road rage incident on I-10 3 years ago near Baton Rouge. David Leger faces 5 counts of vehicular homicide in this case. He allegedly clipped another car, causing his truck to cross the median and hit an eastbound car head-on. All 5 people inside that vehicle died. Today, 12 witnesses were called to the stand, including the driver of the other car in this chase. She was sentenced to 2 years behind bars, but was released after 9 months. Former New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin speaking out tonight after his sentencing for corruption, bribery, and money laundering. Today, Nagin was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. Nagin has been mostly silent about the case since his indictment in January of 2013 until today.
Well, in my opinion, I've been targeted, I've been smeared, tarnished, and for some reason, some of the stances that I took after Katrina didn't sit well with some very powerful people. So now I'm paying a price for that.
Staying in New Orleans, the 2 teenagers and a 3-year-old who were shot yesterday in Central City are all in stable condition tonight. Police say yesterday 2 men approached a group of people and opened fire before taking off. The toddler was shot in the back. A 15- and 16-year-old were also hit. Police are looking for a white Nissan Murano that was used as the getaway car. Crime Stoppers is increasing the reward offered for information leading to the arrest of a second suspect in the Bourbon Street shooting. $5,000 is being offered to find that second person who began shooting more than a week ago, killing 1 and injuring 9 others. One of the alleged shooters, Trung Lee, remains in a Mississippi jail.
Police are in a standoff with a suspect in a suburban Houston shooting that killed 6 people, including 4 children. Investigators say the incident allegedly stemmed from a breakup in the family who lived in the house where this all started. Police say one of the wounded identified the gunman and warned that he planned to kill more people at another relative's home. It's unknown how or if the victims are related to each other or the alleged gunman.
Here's Rob's 24-hour forecast.
Fair skies and a 3/4 moon across Acadiana this evening. The radar satellite composite showing us all the shower and thunder shower activity we saw earlier this afternoon and early this evening have pretty much dissipated, and we just see generally fair to partly cloudy skies. Strongest storms today: Lafayette, St. Martin, Iberia into St. Mary and portions of Vermilion Parish. And overnight tonight should be quiet. Temperatures in the mid-70s for your low. Tomorrow, more heat and humidity with a pretty good chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Chance of getting wet at about 40%, and we could see again a couple of locally heavy thunderstorms with a fair bit of cloud to ground lightning. Rain chances could go down just a bit as we head into the weekend. That means it's going to be getting hotter, plus an update on the tropics and El Nino. What's going on there? We'll talk more coming up in just a bit.
All right, Rob, thanks. In its most effective budget meeting yet, the Lafayette Parish School Board eliminated more than 100 positions, including 70 teaching positions last night. The $23 million budget shortfall now stands at $7.7 million. $13 million was cut last night, taking a big toll on educators.
To lobby for-profit charters was a monumental error in judgment. They gambled with this district's finances, and now our students and our employees are paying the price, and that's just very sad.
The school board will work to cut the last $7.7 million tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, and our investigative team will be there. You can go on Twitter and search for the KATC Investigate handle to follow those live updates from the meeting.
A new degree program at South Louisiana Community College will give students skills in application development, game development, and computer programming. The application software development program will train students to be web developers, software technicians, and software testers. The program is expected to start in the fall. The St. Mary Parish School Board is making sure banned substances don't become an issue in its schools for the upcoming school year. LA K-9 will go into high schools and middle schools once a week to sniff out contraband. School officials say illegal contraband isn't a problem. They say they're at this point being proactive.
did not have a specific event or event that caused the discussion to take place, but we did recognize that we wanted to have more canine presence in the schools looking for drugs and contraband.
More than 8,000 students are getting vouchers to attend Louisiana private schools this upcoming year. The voucher program has continued to grow since it was expanded to a statewide program in 2012. Officials say the number of schools in the program is also up. Nearly all the schools are private except one high-performing public school in St. Landry Parish. Governor Jindal and Education Superintendent John White will meet next week to work on a compromise over Common Core standards and also testing contracts. Jindal is trying to block use of a Common Core test through the governor's control over the bidding process. White and the state school board have said the governor is infringing on their constitutional authority to oversee Louisiana's education policy. The meeting is scheduled for July 17th.
Could new EPA regulations affect local farmers? KATC's Alex Labatt now tell you about the potentially rocky waters surrounding the Clean Water Act coming up.
Before Alex's story, we get Rob's full True forecast for where you live. It's next on Acadiana's News Channel at 10 o'clock.
This week, St. Landry Crime Stoppers need your help gathering any information that you might have regarding a burglary that occurred right here in LeBeau. On May 26th, a masked individual gained entry into Stelly's truck stop in LeBeau. Video surveillance shows the suspect as he makes his way to the cash register. The suspect appears to be a medium build, between 5'10" and 6 foot. Due to his mask and gloves, detectives are unable to determine his race. If you have any information about this crime, call us at 948-TIPS. Remember, all calls remain completely anonymous, and it can earn you up to $1,000 cash. On behalf of Crime Stoppers, I'm Captain Vizanaw.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crime Stoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward.